Okay, so I had a dream. It was actually last night. And I walked into this ginormous room. It was like a ginormous room. It was like an auditorium, but it was not an auditorium. Um, and but it was for my agency. So my agency was having like a type of assembly. Um, and I had passed the tests. I had gotten my weapon, but I still needed to choose which agency I was. Not agency. It was the same agency, but what group I was in based on me. And so I looked around and it was fractions. And so people were in 6 different fractions. One was gold, one was copper, silver, iron, steel, brass, and yeah, that was it. Copper, steel, iron, brass, copper, steel, iron, brass, silver, and iron. Just trying to make sure I remember that. Copper, gold, iron, steel, brass, and silver. Okay, I'm remembering. And the brass, I can't remember it actually. I can't remember all of it because it was like right when I had fallen asleep and then I woke up again and I fell asleep again. So I kind of forgot it. But those were fractions, and then I looked up and it was like it showed on a screen which one you were, like you didn't just pick. And it showed a list of names, and I was on gold, so I was special apparently, and there were like only like 15 people in gold, and that's a little bit of people compared to thousands of people in the actual auditorium. So altogether there'd be thousands, like 3,000 people, and there were no leaders for the different groups, but everyone was new. Like everyone there had not already chosen. Like everyone who was already in their groups for the agency, they were out with the actual group. So after we were assigned a group, we would go with that group. But we wouldn't be separated. We would, and we didn't have like special clothes. No, we did. We did have special clothes that signified which group we were on, but we weren't separated entirely. Like we could just go over to another group and just talk to them. You could still be friends with them. But it was just a difference on what you would do that day and how you would train. Everyone learned about the same things. They would learn them at different times, very different times, and in different ways. So let's just say the brass learned how to fight very quick, but the silverns learned how to fight based on weapons. Like they're still fighting, but it's very different. We didn't just learn how to fight. We learned how to do special skills like swimming, archery. Well, that was people with bow and arrow or crossbow. They would learn archery and they would be very good at it. And we would have all this different type of training, learning. We were learning. It wasn't like grammar and stuff like that. It was like learning, it wasn't even how to survive, but it was just learning how to also be a better person. The Bible, we were learning the Bible. We were learning all types of different things. It was not just fighting, and it was not just beating people up. So, thank you for listening. This was a pretty cool dream.